This video is about the DC Comics female superhero Supergirl, to show the evolution of Supergirl's appearance and the sort of adventures that she gets involved in. A chronological series of comic book covers featuring her from 1996 to 2024 are presented. While the covers go by, information about Supergirl is provided, but is not intended to correspond to the specific cover being shown. There was a Supergirl movie in 1984 with Helen Slater starring as Supergirl, and Sasha Calle played Supergirl in the 2023 The Flash movie. Supergirl has also been on TV, notably with Laura Vandervoort playing her in the 7th season of Smallville, and Melissa Benoist playing her in the Supergirl TV show that started in 2015. In January 2024, Millie Alcock was cast in the role of Supergirl and is set to debut in the upcoming Superman movie before her solo standalone movie set in the DC Universe, which is to derive significantly from the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow 2021 to 2022 miniseries by writer Tom King and artist Bilquis Evely. In regards to the future of Supergirl, do you have any plot ideas for her in comic books, TV shows, or movies? Are there any other characters, such as Power Girl or Wonder Woman, or other specific female superheroes that you want her to be involved with? Do you want Supergirl to retain her traditional costume appearance, or are there any changes that you want made? Supergirl, also known as Kara Zor-El, first appeared in and on the cover of Action Comics number 252 in 1959. Supergirl was created by writer Otto Binder and designed by artist Al Plastino. The reaction to Supergirl's first appearance was tremendous, with thousands of positive letters pouring into DC Comics. Supergirl was created as a female counterpart to Superman and shares his superpowers. Supergirl, like her cousin Superman, is a Kryptonian. In 1969, Supergirl's adventures became the lead feature in Adventure Comics, and in 1972 she got her own series, which ran until 1974, followed in 1982 by another series that ran until 1984. Because of changing editorial policy at DC Comics, Supergirl was initially killed off in the year 1985 limited series Crisis on Infinite Earths. DC Comics subsequently rebooted the continuity of the DC Comics universe, but with Superman as the sole survivor of Krypton's destruction. After the conclusion of Crisis on Infinite Earths, several different characters written as having no family relationship to Superman assumed the role of Supergirl. After the cancellation of the third Supergirl comic book series, which was from 1996 to 2003, and starred the Matrix Linda Danvers version of Supergirl, a modern version of Kara Zor-El was reintroduced in 2004 in the Supergirl from Krypton story and Superman Batman number 8. This modern version of Supergirl has starred in her own series and other comic books. Supergirl has had more than one origin story. What follows is one of them. Supergirl is a survivor of Argo City, which had survived the explosion of the planet Krypton and drifted through space. The city had been covered by a plastic dome for weather moderation devised by Zor-El, a climatologist and engineer, and also the younger brother of Superman's father, Jor-El. The dome held together a large chunk of landmass under the city as it drifted through space in the general direction of our Earth's solar system. However, the bottommost layers of bedrock were affected by the explosion of Krypton and slowly and steadily turned into green kryptonite, which can kill Kryptonians. Using raw materials and refined materials at hand, the residents of Argo City laid down a ground shield of lead foil to protect them from the developing kryptonite. Zor-El created a makeshift propulsion system to try to accelerate the city's approach to the solar system. During the roughly 30 years Argo City traveled through space, Zor-El met and married Allura, daughter of Inzi, who then gave birth to their daughter Kara, who was blonde like her parents and later becomes Supergirl. Before the propulsion system was able to steer the city towards Earth, a deranged citizen named Jerem, who was suffering from survival guilt, damaged the exhaust, veering Argo towards a swarm of meteors that crashed into the underside of the landmass on which it rested. As the inhabitants of Argo were being killed by the green kryptonite radiation that was being released by meteorites shredding the lead barrier, the adolescent Kara was sent to Earth in a rocket to be raised by her cousin Kal-El, also known as Clark Kent, and as Superman. To ensure that she would be recognized by Superman, Kara's parents gave her a uniform that was similar to Superman's uniform. On Earth, Kara gains powers identical to those of Superman and adopts the secret identity of Linda Lee, a resident of Midvale Orphanage. She conceals her blonde hair beneath a brunette wig and functions as Supergirl only in secret at Superman's request until she can gain sufficient control of her powers and the wisdom to use them properly. Later, she is both adopted and known as Linda Lee Danvers. She attends Midvale High School, graduates from Stanhope College, changes careers several times, holding jobs in student counseling, news reporting, and acting in a TV soap opera. Kara has many boyfriends, but places her super activities first. Supergirl's secret identity is a closely held secret known only to Superman, her foster parents, and the Legion of Superheroes, of which she is a member for a time. Streaky, the super cat, her orange cat, acquires temporary superpowers as a result of its exposure to X-kryptonite, a form of kryptonite Supergirl accidentally created in an unsuccessful attempt to neutralize the effects of green kryptonite. Comet the Superhorse, a former centaur, is Supergirl's horse companion. More videos about Supergirl, short and longer, can be viewed at the Comic Excitement Convention Supergirl playlist. Please like, comment, and click the notifications bell.